A new study says watching sports helps you live longer and to be happier. Well, being a sports fan brings a roller coaster of emotions. There's no secret about that. Whether you're rooting for a top football team, Olympic athletes, or even your local favorites. Wins bring the highest of highs. Losses can bring you down low into a real weird place. And in between moments can be stressful and make you question it all. Well, research indicates that watching sports generally boosts your well-being, likely due to its social aspects, impacting how well people feel mentally. Well, studies from Anglia Ruskin University analyzed data from nearly 7,300 adults in England via the UK government's Taking Part survey. Well, this is what they found. Sports viewers tend to feel more fulfilled in life regardless of how they watch, whether it's live, in person, or on TV, or even online. Now, the positive effect is tied to the social connections formed within sports communities, which provide crucial social and emotional support. So as we always do each night, let's welcome in our contributors. We've got Stephanie Miner, the CEO of Success for Nonprofits, and Nick Collins joins us from Sotheby's Desert International Real Estate. And we'll start with you, Stephanie. Is there a sports team, first and foremost, that you and your family or your loved ones have just gone all in on and they're near and dear to your heart?
Well, I have a unique perspective on this. For 20 years, I was married to somebody who played in the NBA for the Boston Celtics. So yes, we love the Celtics in my family.
I love that. So before I get to you, Nick, seeing Stephanie on the other side of it, it is a business at the end of the day, but people that think the players don't actually care and just collect paychecks couldn't be further from the truth.
That's right. It's a bad day when they lose. And unfortunately, when my husband was ex-husband, we're not married anymore, but when he was first in the league, it was a bad day when they lost, and they kind of lost a lot at the beginning, but then they got better and better. They live for the sports. It is their life.
Nick, what about you or your family or you personally? Is there one team that you just go all in on and can ruin your whole weekend?
So we had to bow out from being giant sports fanatics because it just tore my heart out. The losses, I've always been a big Los Angeles fan, and those teams over the years, we've had some highs. They were great, especially when those Lakers were really doing well. I've had to step back. I can't handle it emotionally.
I happen to agree with that. Sometimes there was a bit of about a 6-year period. I was on the East Coast working for 2 teams in New York, and for about 3 years after that, I found myself just I couldn't connect to it anymore. I wasn't interested. I was just completely burnt out. Nick, for you, have you noticed your social life kind of back off a little bit, kind of fallen out of love with the sport?
You know, funny you say that. I have a good core of friends, and I think our big binding item was sports. And I kind of told them I had to get away, and I've lost a little bit of the love and connection with those guys since they're still into the sports, and I've had to back off.
And for you, Stephanie, how about you? Have you noticed a little bit of change in your social life if you've taken a step back at all?
Yes, well, not just in professional sports. My daughter actually played basketball as well. And so when she was playing, it was great. You know, you become friends with all of the parents and the other kids. And when she got out of high school and decided not to play in college, it changed everything for our family.
The last question on this is the million-dollar question. Have you ever let a sports team ruin a relationship, whether it's with a family member, a friend, a significant other? You're a Boston fan, somebody else is a New York fan. Has it deterred you away from being with that person? Stephanie, we'll ask you first.
No, that has not happened to me. Sorry.
What about you, Nick?
Oh, I'll tell you what, my wife of 12, 13 years now, she liked the Broncos and I liked the Raiders, and it wasn't good for a while. I really had to contain myself, but Steph made a great point. Now I just root for my daughters, and that's a lot easier, and we both agree on when we win and lose on those ones.
I love that, and it's more rewarding when they win, too, right? And you're there to be the hero when they lose. All right, so Nick and Stephanie will join us again here coming up in